Good morning, it's Dr. James. I am so delighted to see you today. Thanks for showing up. Thank you for your time and thank you for your energy. Today is a very special day. Today is my wife and I's 24th wedding anniversary. And I can't even put into words how humble, how grateful, and how over the moon I am in love with my wife. We've now been together 25 years. But before I go there and share with you what I believe is the number one secret, the number one practice, the most important ritual that I have learned by struggling in the first few years of our marriage, and why our relationship now, 25 years later, is one of the best things, if not the best thing I have in my life. But before we go there, would you allow me to indulge you and indulge more myself in a little 24 years ago, what's going on back that day? Check out that hair. Look at those outfits. Oh my gosh, look at Deborah. What a beauty. And yes, that is my real hair. In fact, here's a better look. That is my real hair and our real outfits. That's us eating our wedding cake, our vegan wedding cake. I actually cooked that wedding cake. I baked it and decorated it the night before we got married. Yes, it was a low budget wedding, and I made my own cakes, our own cakes. And here's the classic. Isn't she just a knockout, and still is today? Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? I want to share with you the reality of our marriage. When we first got married, I was all about, oh my gosh, the romance, all about the kumbaya. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to just to love up this whole experience. And then a few months after we got married, the reality of my inability to really understand what a great relationship was going to take. You know, when my dad came out for the wedding, he flew from New York to Oregon where we got married. And my dad told me right after we got married, I said to my dad, hey, you're only staying for one day, 24 hours, literally? You flew all the way across the country for 24 hours? And my dad said to me with all sincere honesty, he said, I don't think it's going to last. So I remember taking that in and going, oh my gosh, wow, this is hard enough that I'm already struggling with my belief in this relationship due to the fact I didn't have a lot of great role models growing up. And then my dad was just basically discounting whether or not it would even work. But I don't take that as that was not anything to do with what I knew in my heart I was already struggling with. I knew that I was going into this marriage hoping that this was going to help me to make me whole. This was going to help to make me show up. This was going to help me in my commitment to doing all that I knew a great relationship was going to happen based upon my ability, my courageous knowing, and my willingness to lean into this love. To lean into this love. And what I've learned over the last 20 years, this is what I believe has been the secret to our love affair. And today I can tell you I'm more madly crazy about my wife. Our relationship has its challenges, but more importantly, it has a commitment to understanding what makes it work. And here's what I want to share with you. Whether it's a relationship you have, a commitment with a lover, it's a marriage, it's a partnership, it's a best friend, no matter what kind of relationship you are in that you are committed to making working better and evolving to be the best thing that you have in your life. Because I believe some of the greatest work we will ever do is in the intimacy of a relationship that we are 100% willing to lean in for. The first 4 years of our marriage, I did not lean in. When we had a challenging time, I used to feel like a victim, or I felt like I wasn't enough, or I felt like things weren't working because it was about her or me, or our ability to not lean in when it was hard. To lean in when things were challenging, to be fully present, to understand and to learn what Deborah needed, what I needed, to share openly, to be vulnerable, to be full of fear, but also be met in that fear and feel safe by not leaning away. And what I've learned through research over the last 20 years since I really became a good husband, a better husband, a greater friend, someone who was willing to do all the work, this has been the number one practice of our marriage. Deborah and I decided 20 years ago we were going to lean in for everything. We're going to lean in as parents. We're going to lean in as friends. We're going to lean into every single moment of our life. And when one of us is not feeling like we had the security, one of us is not feeling confident, that's when we lean in a little bit further to meet the person who's challenged. We are openly saying to each other, you know what? I'm in a rough space. I'm feeling vulnerable. I'm feeling shaky. Well, you know what? That's when I lean more. And when I'm feeling that way and I'm starting to lean away, Deborah leans in more. So for 20 years, we've been doing this, and that is the sacredness. That's the communion. And I got to tell you, this relationship has changed my life. This relationship that we have continues to evolve my life. And I hold for you today that if there's someone that you love, someone that you're married to, someone that's your lover, your partner, your best friend, do yourself and that person the greatest service you will ever do for yourself and that person. Lean in. Lean all the way in. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to be the one who lets that person know that they are never alone. You are here to create a sacred space, put a wonderful opulent bubble around the two of you, that you can do the greatest work of your life. You can show up with your heart out loud, and you can create a life that you love for yourself and someone that you love. Happy 24th, sweetheart. And thank you for allowing me to share what I believe has been one of the greatest experiences of my life. That continues to be the greatest experience of my life. Much love, many blessings. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.